In environmental, social responsibility, and governance (ESG) risk management, it is possible to substantially improve the risk analysis approach by migrating from matrices or risk maps to quantitative models. Let's look at an example. A corporation of 4 divisions wants to value the impact that risk events have to be able to assign assumptions intelligently and define mitigation strategies by risk dimensions and categories. 5 ESG dimensions have been designated: environment, human capital, social capital, leadership and governance, and business model and innovation. In turn, each of these counts with categories to classify events. For example, the environment dimension classifies risks into 5 categories: water and wastewater management, waste management, and hazardous materials; energy management, ecological impacts, winter gas emissions. The company carefully records its risk events classified by type, category, size, and division. For years of collecting risk events in a database recording the monetary losses of more than 3,000 events. This allows each category to be dimensioned according to its frequency, how many events of this nature occur per year, and its severity, how much money is lost when exposed to each type of risk. This can be done with Monte Carlo simulation, a methodology that generates thousands of scenarios and summarizes the information by converting it into graphics that help you make decisions. Prioritize risks, decide how and how much to mitigate, and generate intelligent strategies. By simulating thousands of alternative scenarios, it is possible to obtain a complete panorama of the dimensions of each risk. Dimension category. You can analyze powerful and intuitive graphics. This is much more than the simple placement of risks on a polychromatic grid, which gives little or no information about the monetary impact of risks.
A histogram describes the magnitude of different risk dimensions. For example, here you can see the average annual cost, which can vary from its minimum to its maximum. It is possible to determine any level of contingency with any degree of statistical confidence. A tornado graph organizes the different risks by division. From a single glance, it is possible to identify which risks are the most costly to the company. However, a dispersion diagram allows determining the relative degree of association between individual risk and total risk. A risk horizon graph allows you to see all the risks of a single view in a multidimensional way. The horizontal edge indicates the relative magnitude of all risks on the horizon. How much does it take in the meantime for each risk? The vertical shows frequency, which events are repeatedly generated for each type of risk. When we integrate the severity and frequency of each risk, it is possible to observe, in the relative size of each bubble, the magnitude of each risk. A bar graph allows you to compare the relative size of the risks that each management area contributes to each of the company's divisions. It is possible to visualize the information in many ways so that the records of events take life and really help in decision-making. The allocation of resources, the valuation of risk mitigation strategies, and the analysis of the real profitability of each business when considering risks with their monetary magnitudes, and much more. ESG Risk comes in 2 presentations to solve this type of challenges and truly quantify the ESG dimensions of a company. ESG Risk Quantum, as we have seen here, is an application positioned on Excel that allows you to carry out all this quantitative analysis with immense flexibility to create customized models. ESG Risk SaaS is a cloud platform that allows you to seamlessly manage the entire ESG risk administration of a corporation. Assigns departments, processes, dimensions, divisions. Creates specialized users and general users who manage the entire platform. Consolidates all risk events across the entire organization, integrating them all into a single repository. It allows you to carry out all risk monitoring management through reports. Generation of KR is generation of management controls, production of monitoring emails. Therefore, under an integrated command alone, it is possible to generate risk matrices and quantitative Monte Carlo simulation analyses. Under an integrated platform SOL. ESG Risk teaches these methodologies in general and personalized courses tailored to each organization. We also offer licenses for our software. Contact us by clicking on the link of the first comment.